Hinduism has long been used for exploitation in economic, social, and political dimensions, often serving financial interests. The history of Hinduism spans over 1,000 years, during which its religious, social, and economic aspects have been employed in different eras for shaping social organization, exploiting power, and advancing financial interests. Historically, Hinduism was at times used to control and exploit the public through the caste system, astrological predictions, and fortune-telling. 1,000 years ago, especially during the medieval period, the caste system in Hindu society strengthened class divisions under the guise of religion. The Brahmin class was given a superior religious and social status, becoming the custodians of rituals and traditions. They used religious teachings and astrology to control public thinking, transforming religious beliefs into political and economic power to preserve their authority. For instance, astrology such as Janam Kundli or horoscopes was used not only to influence individual lives but also to dictate important decisions like marriage, business, and other ventures, often leading to financial gain. During the 16th and 17th centuries, under Mughal rule, some Hindu temples expanded religious festivals and fundraising campaigns to increase financial resources. Temples enjoyed patronage and land grants from rulers, which boosted their wealth and influence. Particularly, temples dedicated to Krishna and Rama became powerful religious centers, generating revenues worth billions. Records of these donations and offerings were often hidden from the public, expanding the scope of financial exploitation. In the 19th century, under British rule in India, the relationship between religion and politics became more complex. The British rulers reinforced the caste system through religious divisions, while some Hindu institutions inflamed public sentiment under the cover of religion to pursue political power. At the same time, astrology and fortune-telling became booming businesses, with astrologers profiting heavily from their claims. A historical record shows that, by the late 1800s, the trade of astrological services had become highly lucrative in a city in Uttar Pradesh. In the 20th century, religious organizations launched large fundraising drives, not just for religious purposes, but also for political and business gains. For example, in the 1950s and 60s, some major temples built financial empires by investing in hotels, properties, and educational institutions alongside religious activities. Meanwhile, the caste system persisted in many areas, pressuring weaker groups to bear financial burdens for participating in religious practices. In modern times, a vast industry has emerged around astrology, fortune-telling, and spiritual healing. Millions access these services online and through social media. Despite their lack of scientific basis, global reports have highlighted fraudulent advertising and misleading claims targeting consumers. For instance, after 2010, a popular website misled millions of users with false promises about their future, generating huge profits before facing lawsuits. Hinduism is an ancient and complex faith based on morality, spirituality, and social responsibility. Yet, historically and in contemporary times, its traditions have been systematically used for financial, emotional, and political exploitation. To understand this exploitation, it is necessary to analyze it through logic, science, and evidence. After 1947, many major temples and religious institutions in India became centers of not just spirituality, but also economic and political power. One South Indian temple built a fortune worth billions through donations and landholdings, investing in real estate, construction, and business projects. Due to a lack of transparency in its finances, multiple investigative reports and court cases raised concerns over misuse of donations and corruption. In the 1990s, the commercialization of religious festivals grew enormously. During Diwali, Navratri, and other festivals, the sale of special puja packages, donations, and religious items surged. For example, in 1998, a famous temple in one Indian state earned more than 500 million rupees during Diwali, largely by capitalizing on people's belief in karma, the law of action, and moksha liberation. Such emotional attachments were turned into financial profit, a clear form of exploitation. In the 2000s, various research institutions raised serious questions about the financial transparency of Hindu religious bodies. Reports revealed that many major institutions concealed income and expenditures, with large portions of donations diverted for illegal or personal use. At the same time, some religious leaders stoked religious sentiments during elections to gain political power, sparking communal riots in 2002 that drew global attention to the deep ties between religion and politics. After 2010, Hindu-linked practices like yoga and Ayurveda created a multi-billion-dollar global industry. However, many scientific reports expressed concern over misleading claims. especially those guaranteeing cures for diseases like cancer. Medical research has shown such claims to be false and dangerous, as they can divert patients from proper treatment. Furthermore, incidents of exploitation of women and children during rituals and spiritual practices have also surfaced. In 2015, a prominent case emerged in which a religious leader was accused of violating women's and children's rights, sparking legal and social debates and highlighting the need for transparency and accountability in religious institutions. In Hindu history, the caste system has been a major example of financial and social exploitation. The Brahmin class used religion and astrology to enforce social control. For instance, horoscopes and fortune-telling influenced crucial decisions like marriage and business, fueling a lucrative financial industry in the 19th and 20th centuries. Such practices transferred huge sums of money from the public by exploiting fear and hope. In conclusion, Hindu beliefs and rituals have been used for more than 1,000 years to serve financial, social, and political agendas. Concepts like the caste system, astrology, and fortune-telling have manipulated people's emotions and faith, making them vulnerable to exploitation. From a social science and historical perspective, it is essential to protect the true essence of religion based on morality, equality, and human dignity from such misuse in order to uphold social justice and intellectual freedom.